You're probably thinking the same thing.
All right, we're back. That's right. This is the Wiseguyz Show. We're back here in studio with the Chicken Man, messing around with the chicken, Jerry the plumber, Anton the source, Annette the talent coordinator, and obviously our in-studio guest who I'm about to introduce. And before I introduce her, I do want to do another mention that we do have one guest I didn't mention that's calling in. Lisa Wilcox from the Nightmare on Elm Street series. She's going to be calling in at 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock.
That's right. And but right now, I want to introduce our first guest of the evening. She is a former child actress, best known for playing the Bossy Pepper in the 1982 musical movie Annie. But she's also known for being one of the original Annies on the Broadway play, right?
Yes.
Right? Okay, let's welcome Roseanne Sortino, the original Annie from the... All right.
Here in the Wiseguyz Show.
Welcome to the Wiseguyz Show.
Wiseguyz Show.
Formally invited. There you
Very
go.
crazy.
Are you having a good time?
I am having a good time.
You're choked
The
up.
chickens
He's all
just
choked up.
got me.
Yeah, she has an allergy.
Call the plumber.
You did mention that you were an assistant principal. Is that, are you going to get fired now that you're on the show?
I hope not.
Oh,
I don't think so.
What's this principal doing on that?
Well, my principal isn't on Facebook, so I'm good. He won't know. He won't know what's
Listen,
going
He
on.
is, block him.
Listen,
Block
we'll
him.
send the law enforcement in New Jersey right over there and lock them all up.
Right.
See how they work lately. But yes.
Long Island.
Welcome to the Wiseguyz Show, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming
Yes,
all the way
thank you
from
for
Long
coming
Island.
in.
Thanks for having
2-hour
me.
ride,
2
no
hour
traffic, knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
People go through any lengths just to be here.
Right.
That's
It was worth the drive. Worth the drive.
I did get a text message from Jumpin' Gennaro. He's running late, obviously. He said he'll be here at
I think they held
8:45.
him up.
What's he doing?
We're gonna have him sing to you.
he's
That's
great.
gonna be his.
He is.
A little duet tomorrow.
That's gonna be his not penance. No, not his penance.
His penance.
His penalty. His penalty.
A penalty.
To sing.
Right. But where did it all get started for you? I did see that you did go to school for acting when you were a child, right?
No, I never did any lessons or anything.
Oh,
I
really?
just was always that kid in the neighborhood who
The
liked to
natural.
put on shows. You know, if you were having a barbecue, you could guarantee I was showing up in your backyard, kicking your gate open,
And you
putting
take
on
bird
my
nuts?
putting my Barry Manilow or my Neil Sedaka records on,
Oh,
singing a couple tunes, and on to the next house.
nice,
Nice.
nice.
So that's, you know, I always kind of had that performing.
She said kicking down the doors.
Now,
Right.
when you did you always want to do Annie?
When I saw the play, my mom took me to see the play. I was in love with Andrew McArdle. I thought she was great. I wanted to see her do it. And she left the show before I could get to see her do it. So I got to see Shelley Bruce. And we're sitting in the balcony watching the show, and I kept leaning over at my mom going, I'm going to be Annie. She's like, all right, shh, watch the show. I'm like, no, Mom, really, I want to be Annie. All right, be quiet, watch the show. Mom, I'm going to be Annie. All right. She was like, shut up already, watch the show. So I sang the whole soundtrack on the train, sorry, Long Island Railroad, all the way home. The passengers were probably going to kill me. And I kept bugging her for weeks. And finally, to shut me up, she took me to a recording studio where I recorded myself singing over Andrew McArdle. And she sent it to a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who knew the guy.
We know
You know.
the deal.
The guy.
The former roommate.
The guy.
The guy.
And my mother figured, that's it. It's over. She won't hear anything. And about, I don't know, a month later, she gets a phone call from the Annie
guy.
people. And they want me to audition.
There's Annie people?
Well, I guess the casting directors or whatever, and like we wanted to come in for an audition, and my mother was like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
Yeah, right.
The guy did it.
And so I went in and I auditioned, and it was 300 girls.
Wow.
I had no experience, and I got the part.
The moral of this,
The guy had something to do with it. The guy
The guy.
definitely had something to do with
the
it.
moral of this, never listen to your parents.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
So your hair is red?
Now it is.
Was it red? I mean, when you were younger.
When I was a child, no.
It wasn't
No,
red.
It was dark brown.
Really?
You had to
so
dye it
was
red?
a wig?
They dyed it.
Oh, they dyed
They
it.
dyed it. Red, yeah.
Wow. Oh wow.
Every 2 weeks.
You
Been
dye
Been
red
getting
it.
my hair dyed since I'm 11.
Die.
Yeah.
It's like die, bitch.
It was red.
yeah, yeah. It was
red,
like
red.
carrot red.
Yeah, right.
Carrot
It
red.
was bad.
And
Yeah.
For the bunnies.
were
for
you okay
Easter,
with that?
carrot
Were you
red.
okay with that?
Oh, I couldn't wait.
Oh,
I couldn't wait. Everything associated with that play, I would have done.
So you went to school with dyed red hair? As
Yes.
a kid?
Well, when I came back, it was between the play and the movie, So they told me for the movie, don't do anything. We're gonna dye your hair when you get, to the studio. So I had these dark roots coming in, and then this red hair, and so I used to wear hats at school, which I found out when you go back to junior high after being on tour for a year and a half, hats, especially berets, not really fashionable.
Right,
So they got tossed around the cafeteria a lot.
right.
What grade were you in when you were doing this?
I started touring when I was in 6th grade, toured through 7th grade, and went back for a little bit of 8th grade before the film.
Roseanne,
That's cool.
Kathy, that you went to middle school and high school, says hello and she loves you.
Hi, Kathy. I
Hello,
love you
Kathy.
too.
Hi,
Thanks so
Kathy.
much.
Kathy.
Kathy.
Earth
Kathy
is
do?
calling.
What's Kathy
Hello,
do?
here in Jersey with
Hello
the
from
chicken.
the Wise Guys and the Chicken
Wow.
Man, the back of the Chicken Man from Alcatraz.
Then you got the plumber that just wants to give it to you. And then we got over here, I don't know, Dumb Melandrino.
Actually, wait a minute. He's fasting today.
Oh, are you
This is
fasting?
Annie's floor.
Right.
This
We
is
don't want to
Annie's
talk-
floor.
right.
This is Annie's
Go
floor.
back to
We'll
Annie.
talk personal later.
That's right.
He's cleansing.
But you also played in the movie. You played Pepper.
Yes.
Was that a blow to you? Because you really wanted.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Was that like a blow? Did you just like hate Aileen Queen?
Well, no, I mean, I was taller than Aileen Quinn, obviously. They wanted a little girl. And I had done the play, and they said, basically, you're too old. So at 12, I was too old. How's that?
Like you
Yeah.
seem like a bully leader. At
But
the
you
time.
did. But even though at that age you did get in the movie.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And did have a decent
And
part.
it was a great
Yeah,
part.
right.
And I was so happy to be doing it
I
because,
mean, you go to school knowing that you're in a movie. That was big time.
Right.
Oh,
know?
yeah.
that or it could get you beat up. I did get
Really?
threatened a little bit. Yeah.
Really?
Why'd you get threatened? Who?
People didn't, kids didn't understand. They thought I was coming back and that I thought who I was.
Jealousy, too.
wow.
Jealous stuff, yeah.
Right.
So it was a
And that
tough.
was grammar school.
That was middle school. Yeah,
middle school,
It was
right,
a little
right,
bit of a
right.
tough
That's why you said
transition,
12,
but
so.
it eventually all worked out.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, no regrets. No regrets.
And
The
Now-
minute I got beat up, I would have rubbed it in every day. I went there like, ha, it was Annie.
Well, actually, a lot of people don't know that the Daddy Warbucks house scenes were actually filmed in New Jersey at Monmouth
yes,
University.
Monmouth College. Yep.
If you stick around, we have a Rosina around here
We
somewhere.
have an old Italian lady that comes in.
Jeez, really?
Yeah, she's about, what do you say? She's about 80?
87.
No, 65.
She comes in sometimes with her husband Giuseppe. It's the funniest thing ever.
But now, you gave up acting. You don't want to act no more, or
Well,
are you involved in it at all?
I do a couple of things here and there. I do some readings of plays for a friend of mine who's a writer, and I sing whenever people, I sing something at
Jerry
school
wants to
or
hear you
whatever.
sing
Yeah, I want
Hard
to hear you
Knock
sing.
Life.
I'm going to sing with you.
All right.
Jerry wants to hear you sing Hard Knock Life. That's just one of his favorite songs.
Yeah.
Really?
You had the lead on that song.
No, I didn't.
What, did you? I thought you had a big
Wrong
lead in
movie,
the-
pal. Wrong movie,
That's all right.
buddy.
I just had a
Wrong
couple of lines. It's okay. We all kind of
No.
had shared. That was a very weird thing because in the play, it's all one number all
Right.
at one time, and they shot Hard Knock Life in so many different pieces that I had no idea what it was going to look like when they finally put it all together. It came out good, but
Yeah.
you're filming one part and then you don't know what's going on in the other room. And
Right.
So it
What
was,
was your favorite? The Hard Knock Life when it come out?
well, listen, playing Annie, there's nothing like playing Annie.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a classic.
that
You were
experience.
recently
watched
on TV
more than 3
with
minutes
all
of
the
them.
Annies.
I was just on
Annie
Inside
reunion.
Edition. They
Inside
did a
Edition.
40
I don't watch
year,
Annie or Shirley Temple.
40-year
You
reunion.
look like a Shirley Temple.
Neither.
No, wait.
I feel like one
yeah,
sometimes.
I know,
she-
you do.
Listen. She was just on Inside Edition on television, and they had all the Annies put together, and used oral interview, I believe. For,
Yeah, they did a big interview, and mostly the Broadway Annie. Sarah Jessica Parker was there. Andrea McCardle was there.
Sarah
Shelley
Baker
Bruce.
Jones. She played.
Hmm?
Some.
Sarah
Parker?
Jessica Parker.
She played
Yeah,
Annie.
she was the third Annie. She was
I didn't
actually
know
the
that.
Annie when I got my part. And so when I had to go to the theater to get my hair dyed and everything, she was there.
Really?
We actually became friendly for a little while, and my mom had her and her family out to our house on Long Island, and we jumped on the trampoline
wow,
and
that's
did all
cool.
sorts of. And she remembered when I saw her, she remembered me right away, which was so exciting for me. And she remembered that whole coming to the house and, being with my family. So it was really nice.
I caught the preview to that, and I tried to catch the whole thing. I missed it, but I did catch a decent part of it. I did catch when you were singing Annie.
If you blinked, you missed me, but it's okay.
No, I saw it.
okay.
No, but it was a really cool thing to do, and it was nice to have brought them all together.
Well, that was the best part, is I got to see people that I haven't seen in years, and I met people that I only knew because they were part of it, and we got together, and so it was a really nice thing. It was great. We all now keep in touch. We all swapped cell phone numbers, and we text, and we're going to plan on getting together again.
Hey, text.
Text. Where's text?
Where's text? Where's text?
Yeah, they didn't have that in 1982.
No, they didn't.
Beat me. Beat me.
Yeah, remember the beepers?
The pagers.
Yes.
Oh God.
Beat me.
Then I went from that. Remember that Nextel?
No.
Remember, you don't remember when you can talk on
Yeah.
the walkie-talkie?
Push to talk.
You
I
also
threw mine right out the window.
Wait,
of my
you
truck.
also was in a documentary called Life After Tomorrow,
Yes.
appearing as yourself in a documentary about the life of being Annie.
Right.
And were you, now I didn't see that, obviously. I just saw that. Was there more than one Annie on that?
Oh yeah, one of the girls who was in the tour with me, actually, she decided she wanted to do this as a project, and she interviewed as many people as she could who were Annie or in Annie, and they talked about their experiences and what life has been like since. And some people had, stories that maybe weren't as positive, but for me, Annie has been the gift that keeps on giving. It really has. It's impacted me in so many different ways. It has, I really think, helped me in my career, just a work ethic. As a kid, I was expected to act like an adult. There wasn't any of this, oh, I don't feel like doing the show tonight. No, you did the show.
At a young age.
And you were expected to behave like a professional. So I think that sort of, helped me later on.
How many performances a night? How many performances a week?
8.
8. Wow.
8 a week. And I think during the year and a half that I was on tour, I believe I only went home once for 1 week.
Wow.
And my mom traveled with me.
Who
It's
was
like-
she? Okay.
It's like clockwork. You just know your lines after that. You know when everything's coming. It's just like doing your everyday thing.
But it was fun every single night. And the orphans changed, the chorus changed, so you would get new people in sometimes
you were
every 6
still the
months.
Annie.
But I was still the Annie.
Right. Wow.
Right.
Me-
How did that go? Knowing that there was just different faces, different people, and you still were running. It just didn't matter. And you were,
It was sad because you traveled with these people, you stayed in the same hotel, you ate together, so you were really together all the time. And
Like
then
a
the kids,
carny.
we went to like carnies,
Right,
exactly. Yeah.
I know, I'm one.
You
I
know,
understand
so-
that life.
Yeah.
Was there somebody that you looked up to growing up that gave you the inspiration to continue doing maybe acting or got you involved in acting?
Well, the person who got me involved in acting was actually my babysitter. She lived next door, and she was going to the Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York, and they were doing the prime of Miss Jean Brodie, and they needed some girls to play the schoolgirls. So she asked my mom if I could do it, and she asked me if I wanted to do it, and I thought this was great. I was 9, going into the city with Julie, and we're in a play, and we did the play, and it was great. And Julie actually now, I know she does something in the background of entertainment, but she's married to John Landau.
Oh wow!
And funny thing, when we were filming Annie the movie, they had all the extras and everything, and I turn around and there's Julie. She played one of the extras, one of the waitresses, the servants.
Oh wow!
And so I have a picture with her. So it was just kind of a neat thing that she got me really, into it. My very first thing that I ever
That's
did.
neat.
Right. That's cool. That's cool.
Besides you saying I wanted to be Annie.
Well, this was before that.
Right.
But I got bit by the bug, and then I was like,
That's what happened.
let's
Right.
go. I want to be Annie.
I found
At a
a
young
key
age.
name.
But your life, that lifestyle as a young age, it was different growing up than it is today.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you thrived when you were a kid to
Yeah.
go do something. Today the kids is like, give me the phone and Xbox.
Oh, it's all
Let me post
Yes.
my sneakers on Instagram.
It's
We made our own
Right,
funny
you know,
games.
It's true.
it's different.
It definitely
The
is.
thrive is different than it was us growing up,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Oh, yeah. They want everything
Uh-huh.
now.
They're lazy. The kids today are lazy.
Absolutely.
Now,
It's all about the Xbox.
I found a key name, and when I looked you up,
No offense, Tex.
you want to
Right,
tell us
text.
about?
Text.
It's
You
okay,
still
it's up to
texting
you.
text?
The name Liz Costa.
Oh, my chorus teacher in elementary school.
That was a key name I looked up and saw that was a big name for you.
Miss Costa was the elementary chorus teacher, and when I was getting ready to audition, and so I always loved to sing. She knew I loved to sing, so we sort of had a special relationship. And then when I was going for the audition, she worked with me a lot, just practicing and getting the song to go, and so. And then when I got the part, right before I went on tour, at one of the concerts, she had me come up and sing Tomorrow in front of the whole school. So
Oh, wow.
my mom thanked her in our program when we were touring, for her help.
Gotcha.
So,
Tomorrow.
Miss Costa.
Do you still, is she
give it
still
to
around?
you.
I know she's
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Well, it's just a key name, I think.
Yeah,
It would
she
be
was,
nice to bring that back
it was
to you.
great, yeah, she was great.
Is she calling in?
You were, no, she's
From beyond.
she passed.
But she's bringing the psychic.
Let me ask you something. Do you have one DVD or VHS copy of your performance on stage doing Annie, the original?
I do not,
Why not?
because they didn't do that then. And it kills me, because I would love to. I have a couple of tapes of footage from when we would go to a city and they would videotape for the segment, but it's very short and very quick, and I just wish there was,
More to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, wait a minute, Patty Gilbert, she lives in New Jersey. She played Pepper with me when we toured. And she lives in New Jersey. I wonder if she's watching. I haven't seen her on Facebook lately.
Now that's the
Who's
thing.
that?
That's the thing that was wrong with the 80s. That's the only thing that's wrong with the 80s. Like nowadays, everything is YouTube.
Yeah.
Something that you could have had footage of, you don't have it. So.
Yeah, it's
Tell
unfortunate.
us what it was like working with Carol Burnett.
She was great. I mean, she was funny.
Funny.
She was,
She's
you know
one
when
of
you
my
meet somebody
favorites.
and you say, oh God, I really hope they're as nice as I think they are. She was that and more. She was so sweet. She was like a mom. She
portray
looked
that?
out for the kids,
Yeah,
and she,
that was nice.
in between takes, she would hang out with us and laugh, and we would do, I remember I did a little bit of Eunice with her, because I loved the Carol Burnett show, and I said to her, I said, I love Carol Burnett show, I watched it all the time. She said, what was your favorite character? And I said, Eunice, and we started doing Eunice lines back and forth. So that was, I was like, holy cow, I'm improv with
I
Carol
take Carol
Burnett.
Burnett as the way she acted on TV, she act reality.
She is. She
She
is
did,
a
right?
genuine person.
I know it.
Genuine. When we were
She's one of my
filming
favorites.
Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile,
Uh-huh.
I was sick. I had a high temperature, but we had to keep doing the takes, so they wanted me to lay down somewhere in between. And she gave me her trailer. And she would come in and do the mommy thing, the lips on the forehead to see if you were cool or whatever. And that's when she brought me an autographed picture. And so she was phenomenal.
Are you a collector of any stuff? Memorabilia or anything of that stuff?
I have some stuff, a lot of stuff given to me that I have up in my attic that people made while I was on tour,
Oh.
and they would give it to me at, after the show at the stage door.
Yeah.
But-
do you do any cons where autograph signings or anything? Do you do
Like a
any of that?
chiller theater.
I did a couple, this guy actually in Pittman, New Jersey, he had an Annie sing-along with the film, and he had Tony Ann, who played Molly, and myself, and we went down and they did a question and answer and signing autographs
pictures.
afterwards, but not really, not too much.
Not too much.
Well, we're about to go to break, but any chance we can hear a little music? A little singing?
Sure. What do you want to hear? You want to hear the signature song?
Jared, which one? You
Let
said
me
Hard
just
Knock.
Whatever
give
you
it
want to
to
do.
you.
All right, I'll give you a little tomorrow, because that's the signature, right?
All
For
okay,
here
here we
to
go.
go. You're
All
gonna
right.
give it to us for here
Live
to go.
on DDBRadio.com, the
I
Wise
need to
Guy
know,
Show.
is it for here
The
to go?
original
All right.
Annie singing Tomorrow. How great is this?
Now.
The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say,
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm the Wise Guy Show.
Roseanne
you get at 9 p.m. That's it. I'm tired. The voice is tired at 9 p.m.
Yeah, that was good. It was
Yeah.
so much.
That was good.
Listen, you're welcome to stay throughout the
great,
rest of the
Ron,
show. You're welcome to join us, and maybe even, I know Steve Joyner's dying to talk with you too, so stick around. I know you took a long drive, but I don't want to send you home right away.
Someone's here.
Okay, we got 1
Jumpin'
minute though.
Gennaro.
Here's
Oh,
Jumpin' Gennaro, everybody. Welcome to
Time.
Roseanne Sorrentini, you just
doing?
missed her singing. The sun will come out.
This is the big moment. I'm gonna
That's
have to.
right.
I'm gonna have to play it on the Wiseguyz
What
show.
happens when you come in at 8:45?
But
Well, we got 1 minute.
come
We're
in
going
late,
to
you
break.
get a
We're going to do a
penalty.
group shot,
Yeah.
and then we're going to come back with
If we come back, and we'll have
Lisa
some more.
Wilcox, but she's joining us, and then Steve Joyner.
Okay. Well, we'll have.
Actually got us, Roseanne, is going to call in, and that'll be a nice interview to have you join us with. Oh, we're good?
Why don't we hear
You
chickens?
just cut me off?
Now?
Well,
Why you hear chickens? Because they're here.
this is the Wiseguyz Show. We're going to break right now. We'll be back after these messages with Lisa Wilcox from Nightmare on Elm Street. There you go.